live. Just wanted to go live for a little while just to talk about what's trending, what's going on. Recently, ERIKA Kirk spoke out. She went to her husband's show. Charlie Kirk passed away almost 2 weeks ago. He was at a Utah University event. She's back at his desk. The first time she stood, the second time she's sitting with his staff, and they're talking about everything that's going on. So we're going to play that. I might get into a few hot topics, trending topics. Trump, Kai Cenat had Kurt Franklin at his house. So we'll talk about a few different things, but let's get into the video. I've been doing a lot of shorts. Really not going to go into that, but I've been doing a lot of shorts. I've been busy. So I figured I'd go live today, just to kind of, you know, keep me in that algorithm. Everybody fights to get in it, and once it sucks you in, that you got to keep working certain hours just to stay within that algorithm. So we're going to go ahead and get to the video, allow people some time to come in, but like the videos you guys come in, I appreciate everyone for being here. And don't forget to subscribe. Hello. Good morning. Thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting the channel. So just allow me a few seconds to get into my system so I can do my disclaimer. All comments are alleged, period. All comments are alleged, period. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is used permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. Like the videos you guys come in. So we're gonna get straight into the video. Like I said, gotta stay within the algorithm, so that's why I'm covering this. Who are you saying that to? It's a Monday morning. I don't know. I'm not even gonna understand if it's me you're talking about or somebody else. Like the videos you guys come in. We're here what ERIKA has to say as she's at Charlie's chair. Like the videos you guys come in. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. Be kind in the comments. Sometimes I won't know if you're talking about me.
It's surreal to actually.
Or you're talking about somebody else. Hold on one second.
You are rightly at the head of the table, and we're just ERIKA Kirk. Welcome. Thanks. It's surreal to actually be sitting because last time I was standing, but yeah. Just to sit. It's a little more emotional. Yeah. Well, you are rightly at the head of the table, and we're just so honored to have you here. I know that you have been. To say that your life has been a whirlwind would be the understatement of the century, and to make time for Charlie's audience and to speak to them, I know that they can't wait to hear from you, and just to see you in this room probably means a lot to them. And you've been up against so much, and you've been doing an incredible job. The number of messages I've heard just complimenting you and your dignity and your poise and your strength has been overwhelming, and yeah, we're just so glad you're here. I'm grateful. I mean, I know we talked about this, we prayed on it. We really tried to discern properly how to go about the next few stages and steps of everything, and we've been very intentional in a way that always keeps Charlie first and his dreams alive and his legacy going. And what's so beautiful is to see all of you step in and do that. And so part of the reason why I agreed to come on, because this is not going to be a forever thing of me being on hosting the show, was because I gave assurance to people that Turning Point USA is continuing, and it is. I mean, we are so blessed to have more work than we even could ever dream of. I mean, it's beautiful, and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead, so powerful. All of the other programs within Turning Point USA, everyone knows what they're doing. Everyone has their marching orders. And
good morning, everyone. Good morning. Fair use reaction clip. Let's let the commercial go past. Like the videos you guys come in. Thanks for being here. Let's hear what ERIKA has to say. People have their marching orders. Everything's moving full steam ahead. Let's continue.
The show, when we talked about this, became very intimate for me because I was there from the beginning of all of it. And I'll never forget 2020 when literally the world stood still. And Charlie and I would go hiking every morning. And we would just talk about what life and the crazy things going on. And we came home from one of our hikes that season. And my mom pulled him aside in the kitchen. And she goes, honey, they had a very good relationship. My mom and Charlie were best friends. We joked around that, we joked around that he was the favorite child. But she loved him, still loves him. And she said, you know what, honey? She said, God has blessed you with an amazing voice. And you will be the Rush Limbaugh of your generation. And 2 days later, you and him engaged in conversations about the show and about the podcast.
Well, it was, hey, we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now. So just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of podcasting. Like and he ran with that and the team ran with it. And to see the Charlie Kirk show grow from that moment until now has been so humbling and beautiful. And he loved every single day. He read every email. Yeah. I know you guys have said that so many times, but I can vouch for that because there were times where he would forward me some of the emails that he would get, and he wouldn't even say anything. He would just forward the email. And to me, it was almost like an extended form of family, where you guys were the pulse point and the connection point of Turning Point USA, TP Action, the Charlie Kirk Show. It was a triple threat, and the audience was the master and main component of that, because Charlie and the Charlie Kirk Show is not just a show. It has a movement attached to it. It has the youth movement attached to it. And so for Charlie, the audience was a barometer of what do we need to be focusing on? The audience is brilliant. How many times did a listener send in something and say, hey, this is going on, you need to dig deeper in this or check this out? And Charlie's show became, and still is, and I'm going to get there in a second, but Charlie's show became the North Star for freedom of speech, but in a way where when he spoke and whatever came across his desk or whatever he put on the air was right. Yes. It wasn't inflated. It wasn't awkwardly optimistic that had no leverage behind it. It was the gold standard.
It was grounded in the
extremely grounded
wisdom of the audience.
But not only that, he had a team, still does, all of you, that was the sounding board of that. And collectively, each one of you are a piece of his brain. I know we've talked about this. Blake, economics, foreign policy. Andrew, pretty much a lot of stuff. Mikey, humor, Christianity, sports, youth, social, pop culture was Daisy. Like everyone has a piece of his brain that still lives on. And so what I'm getting at here is the Charlie Kirk Show is not going anywhere. My husband's voice will live on. The show will go on. We will have rotating hosts, rotating casts, rotating people coming on.
Great people next week.
Unbelievable. We will have consistency. The members only group will continue to go on. All of his socials that God has blessed us with, the people who follow those socials will go on. Nothing is changing. But I want to preface, we're not awkward. We're not like weird. We're not cringe. We're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing. And anyone who does that's like morbidly off. That's not what's happening. What's happening is the team is keeping this alive because we have Charlie in each and every one of us. And it is going to be continually the North Star of the conservative movement, of the voice of the youth, of the voice of the base, and that will not end. And the members only will continue to grow, and that will be the tight-knit network of family members that supported and loved Charlie and the team. And that's what it is. It's a family and a team. And this is not going anywhere. It's just not. We need to be able to have people have a show where they can ask questions. Hey, I'm up against this. What would Charlie say? And we play a clip of what Charlie said a month ago, a year ago. We have decades worth of my husband's voice. We have unused material from speeches that he's had that no one has heard yet. We have Sunday specials lined up to the brim because my husband was so intentional about making sure that there was enough content. Always.
He made sure we recorded everything.
Everything.
He would not do a speech unless we could get the video and the
100%. So we have speeches heard of. We have interviews that no one's heard of. We have stuff from Korea and Japan that no one's heard of.
Podcasts.
So, I mean, in the words of my husband, buckle up, because there is a lot of content to be had, and we have so many amazing things down the pipeline that we are working on currently that will
unveil in due time.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
And so,
by the way, those are things Charlie himself
that he wanted.
We were working on some big things, right up until the end, and we've talked about that a lot. Like a lot of the vision that we're using right now to kind of steady the ship and figure out where we're going is the things Charlie himself
100%.
told us where we were going.
100%. And similar with Turning Point USA, Charlie had a plan moving past 2030 that he's shared with the team and has implemented. So we're not going anywhere.
We have the blueprints.
We have the blueprints. We have our marching orders, and we are just remaining humble and grateful to God, and remaining just stewards to what God has blessed us with. And I know Charlie's going to continue to guide us, and the Lord will continue to guide us. And I just wanted to let everyone know that this is far beyond any of us sitting in these chairs. This has nothing to do with us. It never will. The glory all to God on that front. And I just am excited. It's weird to say excited, but it's also very surreal to say it.
Good morning to Paris. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I knew I had to go live just to say hello, because I know Paris will probably be like, where's she at? Good morning, Paris. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip.
Because I know that God will use all of this in a way that will
I did do shorts this weekend, though, Paris.
glorify Him, further Charlie's legacy, and Charlie's up in heaven just...
What's up, guys? This is Will Whip back on the streets for
Like the video, like the video. There's about 193 in the building. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. Yes, I've been doing shorts. It was a very busy weekend. So I had to do shorts whenever I could do shorts. But thanks for being here, everyone. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip.
He's rooting us on.
he's so rooting us on.
Yeah, and
I know.
I want to ask you just a little bit about, because this is something we wrestled with, the social accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget when you looked at me and you were like, Andrew, he cared so much about building those up. I'm not letting those die.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember being like, yes, thank you. I needed to hear that, because
Right.
it is a little awkward. Now we're not going to use it for
No.
random stuff, but for very specific things.
For his voice, for things
Yes.
he cared about, for movements he cared about, for causes he cared about, those socials, and also too to support Turning Point USA, to be the barometer of what's going on, to be the pulse point. Again, we're not going to be posting, I went for a walk today. No, we are using his socials in a way that will continue to honor his legacy. He poured so much time into building those, not from a vain or vanity standpoint or look at me. That's never why he built those. That he built those because he knew that being a voice for the Lord and being a voice for everything that is good and beautiful in this world, and also, yes, the youth, he used that as the North Star, and we will continue that. And it'll be done tastefully, it will be done appropriately, and I'm excited for all of it because we have a good team.
You have every right to be.
We have
After
a good
everything that you've been through, what the team has been through, to see, it's like I keep saying, Charlie's almost sprinkling his little Charlie Kirk magic dust on everything, and I mean that in a very Christian sense, that Charlie lived such a remarkable life, and his mission was so big that in death you cannot contain it. It unleashes something even greater, and it's on us, and Charlie would look at us and expect us to do the right things here. And I would say, look at the memorial.
I know.
The memorial is the proof point that the team that Charlie put together can do the impossible, and God's blessing was on that. So there were so many prayers, and I know you feel the prayers, because I feel them. If I feel them, you must be feeling them like 100
I feel
X.
them. All of them matter, and we will never be silenced. We will never be silenced, and that's why continuing his platform in a beautiful, honorable way will reinforce that we will never be silenced.
So we have gotten so many questions about these little toys, the puppets, and what they are. We of course know what they are, but why don't you tell the audience what they
So
are?
every day when Charlie would go into the office, he would see our daughter, and she would just be playing, and she would look at him. She watched the show every day. She couldn't email, but this was her version of emailing. Every day she'd watch the show, and she did it because Daddy would take the item that she gave to him and have it on the show with him. And sometimes he would say, like, this is the item that my daughter gave me. Sometimes he wouldn't, just to see if she was really watching. And so when he came home, she would be like, Daddy, I saw the puppet on the show today. Daddy, I saw the moose on the show today. Daddy, you brought baby Buff Buff on the show today? Like, so that was their little connection point of, and he loved it too because it was a little piece of her that he could have with her on the show. But those little moments of,
and I loved it too because Charlie was known for so many things, and I think people just love seeing that side of him.
it humanizes him.
Yeah.
And he's a father. Unbelievable husband, but father, and loved his babies, and he wasn't embarrassed by that.
So proud of him.
Yeah, if Gigi made him something, or if she puts a sticker on his shirt or a sticker on his face, or gave him a figurine to bring to work, he did it and he loved it. He didn't care what other people thought.
No,
You
he
know?
loved it. He didn't. I don't think it even occurred to him to
No.
think about what somebody else thought
Never.
about that. So we talked about kind of some of the things we wanted to say in this last segment, and I really believe, and you knew this so well, of how much this audience meant to him. And I said this actually in my speech at the memorial, that you in the audience were his firewall, because you gave him so much confidence when he would go in these fancy rooms with these fancy people and these elites, and they would say, well, this is the way it is, this is the way it is. He knew they were wrong because of you in the audience. And you always would send him freedom@charliekirk.com, and we want to commit to you right here and now on this show, and you're going to be part of this,
100%.
that we are going to read all of the emails just as we have always done, that you send to freedom@charliekirk.com. It might be rule by committee. It might be sort of, I get to some of them, Mikey gets to some of them.
But they will be read.
They will be read.
We'll get to it.
We will get to it. All of them.
And you guys were so important to him. And we were talking about this in donor meetings, in private meetings, even at the White House. When people would be wrong about something, he would triple, double down, and he would say to them, no, you don't understand. You are wrong about this. I'm in touch with my audience. I read their emails every day.
Yeah, so
they don't like what you are doing. Fix it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that. We're committed to
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's very proud of that.
And I just also want to say thank you to the audience, because in
Yes.
the days immediately after, I mean, we looked at each other a couple of times going like, what are we going to do here? And so many of you guys signed up to become members, members.charliekirk.com. So many of you bought the t-shirts at charliekirkstore.com, that you gave us this breathing room at this really hard time. And it was like, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if we've got a show. We don't know any, but we committed to the staff. We're going to keep you. We're going to keep you. And you committed to them
I
very
did.
clearly. Maybe say something.
I said you're not going anywhere. You can choose to leave. Any of you can choose to leave, but you are part of the Charlie Kirk family, Charlie Kirk Show family, and we need you. each one of you serves a purpose and a role. And again, if the enemy tries to come in and divide, you'll be able to see that very clearly. But we will all remain a united front, and the show will continue.
I mean, a little behind the scenes here. ERIKA did a speech where I'm standing right now on the podium. Somehow got through that, her national address. Then she walks out there to where all of our staff are, and she then goes on to do another speech. She did all the staff telling me, "You're not going anywhere. We're keeping the lights on. We're doing everything." I mean, watching that, I was blown away.
I think we were all inspired. We
back
knew
to back.
that Charlie chose well, ERIKA.
Yeah.
And you chose well. You both
Yeah.
chose well, and the world is seeing your love affair in a new way. So,
Yeah.
final seconds to you.
I just am very proud of all of you. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for the audience, and I'm really looking forward to how this show is going to continue to be blessed and continue to be a voice for all of Charlie's causes and continue to just empower and enhance the legacy of my husband. And I'm so grateful
Okay,
to
everyone.
continue to just
So like the video as you guys
empower
come in.
and enhance the legacy of my husband. And I'm so grateful.
Like the video as you guys come in. If you go back, and I'm not a part of any conspiracies, what's going on, it's surprising that the team would not let her mourn properly. Normally a wife needs about the wife needs time. So whatever she felt to sit in the chair, stand, whatever. There's a lot of videos I've been posting. People have been wondering what's going on. RIP to Charlie. There's so much that's going on. I try and post what I need to post. Paris, check this out. Go back and look at the video when Charlie Kirk said, it's a good thing that Donald Trump won. Charlie Kirk had said, this is why my show is a little different. I pick up stuff. Charlie Kirk had said Donald Trump wasn't going to win. The Biden alleged administration wanted to put him in jail. There's no other way I can say it. So go look at the video regarding that. I posted it. I should have did a 15-second clip in regards to stating how important it was for Trump to win, so Charlie wouldn't have any legal issues. So that in itself was concerning to me and surprising to me of why they would want to put him in jail. Many people are pulling up ERIKA's background, her history, how she met Charlie. Y'all can look all into that. Condolences to his friends and family. Nobody should have to pass. Then there's people that are experts in regards to his shirt, what happened, was there two that were involved? I'm gonna be general. No woman should have to bury her husband. Then I wake up late. There's a guy that's saying there's a lookalike at an airport. A lookalike at an airport. So there's so much going on. I post whatever I can post. I don't go too deep into, but yeah, there's no solid evidence. Yeah, there's no solid evidence any wrongdoing for ERIKA, because then people are trying to say that she's not grieving properly. Her rings, were there really tears at the service? Her rings, I think, are the initials of her children. So over here, we're a little different. We debunk, we clear up. Many people talked about the hand signals. We cleared that up. So my page is a little different. I'll say what I need to say, and then you guys can make a decision on what, if there's any concerns. But I did do a post also. I think that ERIKA may have a lawsuit against certain networks. So we talk about different things over here, and we're going to cover whatever we can cover. From years and years and years from now, people are going to wonder, what was ERIKA feeling? What was ERIKA thinking? What were people talking about? What were people concerned about? Whether her makeup didn't really get messed up. I saw tears. I don't know why other people didn't see tears. I see the different videos. Her knowing Trump years ago in regards to pageants. So there's a lot that's going on, but no wife should have to bury her husband, period. Megyn Kelly was on the show. She did cover for Charlie. Just like they mentioned, there's going to be different people that's going to sit in his seat to cover his absence, RIP to Charlie. And then there's a young lady that's breaking down. I did a short on that too. The young lady of how much the organization has gotten since Charlie's passing.
Thank you for...
Hey everyone, I'm Megan Kelly, and I am honored to be sitting in Charlie Kirk's studio hosting the Charlie Kirk
Hold
show.
on.
We're
Sorry.
simulcasting it.
Could really describe it. They're going to have to tell you themselves.
Okay.
But yeah, and that came through in interviews with you. It didn't come through with everybody.
Like the
But
video.
with you,
Hold on.
Yeah, you guys
Hey everyone,
Hold
I'm
on.
Megan Kelly. Hey,
could really describe it. They're going to have to tell you themselves. But yeah, and that came through.
hey everyone, I'm Megan. I knew it
Okay.
was going to be a great program. I knew he was going to bring something different than what we would hear from everybody else. And one of the things that I knew I'd get from Charlie was humor.
Yes.
Always made me laugh.
That's an underappreciated quality of Charlie, and I don't want to give away where we're going with the show. If you want to, that's fine. You're driving today. But the people closest to him, the people in this building, they all have many stories about how Charlie just made them, kill over laughing, just because he was really funny. He had a very humor, and it was very Charlie. There was this, I don't know how you could really describe it. They're gonna have to tell you themselves. But yeah, and that came through in interviews with you. It didn't come through with everybody, but with you, you guys had this rapport, and I remember always texting back and forth with your team because you're on the air with them and he's on the air with you, and we'd be like, oh, this is great, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I remember you going on Sean Ryan's show and he was like, who should I interview? And a lot of people sent me this clip. I don't know if I ever told you that, but I saw it and you were like, you should have Charlie Kirk on. It never happened, and that's fine. I met Sean a couple times and we were always kind of talking about maybe whatever, but the fact that you were...
I just knew, because I felt like for the first couple of years that Charlie and I were talking, it wasn't, by no means was it that Charlie was undiscovered. He'd been discovered and he had already built this massive organization, but in more traditional Republican circles, he wasn't as well known, and in some circles not as well understood. The establishment. Yeah, circles. They thought he was fringy. And I would tell all my friends in that lane, no, you got to listen to him. Yeah. He's hugely important to the future of the Republican Party and the country. And they would listen. More and more he was gaining friends, even among that wing, of course. But, in the beginning, people feel threatened by somebody who's coming up in their lane. They don't want to lose their positions. Is he going to take over the Republican Party? And then Charlie, just by sheer force of will and personality and goodness, won them over. It was to know him truly was to love him.
And you're going to see that. I think very rarely, people that work with a very demanding, hard-driving person, which Charlie was, there's no doubt, very rarely do you couple that with the more time you spend with him, the more you love him. And everybody in this building and Turning Point staff will have the same exact reaction. He was endearing in the most amazing way. And I had told so many people this, actually, I'm really proud that I got to before he died, that you just can't help but love the guy because the mission, his belief, his faith, and he was generous to a fault, he was loyal to a fault, and he was trustworthy. And he would never, ever spill the beans, he wouldn't gossip.
I've never heard him say a negative word about anybody.
No.
Even on the air, we'd come on, we'd be talking about who's in the news. And half our friends are always in the news because they say controversial things, what have you. And so you always got to, treat it gingerly when you're going to talk about something like that. But Charlie he would always say, I'm just never going to say anything bad about that person. He would own it, I don't care whether they're in the news or not, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, even if he disagreed with them privately, a lot of our friends would say things that would, cause a big stir, and there was pressure. You got to condemn this, you got to call this person out, you got to do this. And Charlie was like, no.
No, he never did. And honestly, I'm now trying to live by that example. I'm not going to lose my generally cynical mofo nature. That's technically not a swear. I just want that clear. We don't swear on the Charlie Kirk show. I know. Poor Charlie. I would subject him to my potty mouth, and he was such a good sport about it. But no, we are on his show now. We will be good. So I'm not going to lose that. But it gave me pause to think about not being too quick to condemn people who we like and who deserve the benefit of the doubt.
And in this moment, I know there's a lot of people online, we hear you, that are saying different things and that they're processing their guilt in the way that
their grief,
thank you, and their mourning in a way that they know how. Exactly. And it's going to come out in 1,000 different ways. And we are trying to give everybody space to do that. Obviously, I personally, Andrew Colvett, would do it one way, but other people are going to do it another way. And we really do have to honor Charlie in that way and say Charlie was a master of collecting people. He was.
Yep.
And there is a reason for that.
I couldn't agree with you more. I have always tried to not choose a side within Republican politics to try to keep the door open to everybody. He made me look like an amateur at that because there wasn't any. You look at America Fest, you look at Student Action Summit, you look at any event that Charlie put on, you'd have everybody from all ideological wings of the party.
Yeah.
He managed to hold this coalition together in a way few can. Few other than Donald Trump can.
No, for real. And I think, and I've said this before, but I just want everybody to keep hearing it, that Charlie looked at the virtues, the roles that one could play in society. And he was borrowing this from the Greeks and others, but being a statesman, being a philosopher, being a theologian are the highest callings. And he told me one of the deepest conversations that we had before he died, saying, everybody can open a stream and say crazy things, but not everybody can be a statesman. Not everybody can be a coalition builder. It's really hard to build. And he was very proud that we had built something, that he had built something that is an institution that's going to outlive him, with friends that of all different parts of the party that love him and that admire him. And so we had, I'm not kidding, we talked for hours about this on a few different occasions about why that was the highest calling. I could tell he was working that out with me.
And not just working that out, but what I've learned just since Charlie died is working to be the person. I did not realize how much work Charlie put into these campus appearances and honing his game and making sure he was at the peak in terms of his exchanges.
He disciplined his body to do it. He was a biohack.
There's about 202 in the building. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button, everyone. Thanks for being here. We're just giving updates on what's happening in regards to the show, what's going on. We are going to do some hot topics, trending topics as well. Let's continue fair use reaction clip.
He was religious about sleep. He didn't poisons into his body. Yep. He really understood that he had to get the most out of himself, and he found time to do the most bizarre things.
On the biohack front?
He journaled. He read books. He listened to books on tapes. He found ways to maximize every single second.
I think one of the services you and ERIKA could, when everyone's feeling better, provide for his fans would be to put together a list of what Charlie read. I feel like everybody would want to see that. Just to the best you can cobble it together. Just go to his bookcase, go to his Kindle, whatever. Because
good morning. You're welcome. You're welcome.
He influenced them. What influenced him? We've got news to make. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll make it. Don't go away. For years,
like the video. Like the video. There's a lot of news regarding it, so that's why we cover hot topics, trending topics. Let's continue. Fair use reaction clip. Let's continue. Please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.
With his team, and we're simulcasting for our audience on SiriusXM as well. I'm here with his top lieutenants, and they've been through so much over the past week, and they know Charlie so well. We thought it'd be great to bring some of these guys in and talk about some of their memories of Charlie, which we're going to do. This is Blake Neff. What you describe what you did for Charlie?
I was a producer, helped get guests for the show, but also especially talking points, researching issues. What do we want to say about this? And he would come to me, Blake, what do we think about this issue? And Charlie's a busy guy, so sometimes it was my job to go and read the 400-page book about something, so I can give him a 10-page digest of it later.
Yeah. Didn't he call you a secret weapon?
I'm told that. He didn't tell that to me.
Yes.
I'll accept it.
I heard he called you a secret weapon, and then there's Mikey McCoy. How you doing, Mikey?
Good.
All right, tell us what you did for Charlie.
Yeah, I was his chief of staff, worked for him almost 6 years. Organized his
So he
life.
took you out of your cradle.
He plucked me out, saved me from going to college.
He did, right?
Yeah,
No, for real.
He said, I don't want you to go to college. I want you to come work for me. So, best decision I made. So with him for 6 years, his Swiss Army knife problem would arise. I'd go and solve it for him, kept his life organized, and traveled with him everywhere.
He was always so complimentary of his team, Andrew. I mean, whenever you give him a compliment, he would give it back to you guys. He never took the compliment directly. And now there's a question about who's going to lead the team going forward and who's going to lead this enormously important organization. And I understand you have some news on that front.
Yeah. Since everything has happened, I think the number one question is what is going to happen with Turning Point? What is going to happen next? And I'm pleased to be able to announce with you, and I think it's appropriate because of who you are and who this person is, that the Turning Point board has unanimously selected ERIKA Kirk as the new CEO and chair of the board. And not only is that amazing in and of itself, but I can assure you, Megan, that Charlie told me personally, and he told others, he probably told Mikey, that if anything ever happened to him, that this is exactly what he wanted.
Wow. I have the chills. It had to be, right? I mean, I don't think anybody would accept.
So did he have concerns that something could? If you guys don't realize, I did a video in regards to the people at the Utah University. They were behind like glass. I'm surprised, since there was concerns about Charlie going to Utah. I'm surprised he wasn't behind the glass with the other employees of the campus. When you go through some of my videos, we show what was transpiring, him asking the question, answering the question, and then they scan to some room that people are behind glass. Other people are ducking, and then there's this man that's standing up looking at everything. So it was very interesting. If there was concerns about him going, I'm surprised he wasn't inside the building, period. We've talked about that as well. Like the video as you guys come in, subscribe to the page. It was very brave of him to do these events at campuses, just being in a tent and no protective glass. If there was concerns of him having people making unwelcoming comments. Let's continue fair use reaction clip. It's just concerning that there was no protective areas for him being behind a bulletproof glass of some sort. We've talked about a golf course with bulletproof glass. And go back and look at my short too. I don't know if that video is still there. Charlie Kirk had spoke about they didn't want him at the Utah University, and he was talking with the Utah University, whether it was the president or the CEO, and he said, I'm still coming. So go check it out too. It's very short. I'm surprised it didn't get a lot of views regarding it, but I know I still have in my pictures in regards to Charlie speaking about how they didn't want him there, and he said, I'm still coming. So anytime anybody has a situation, have some kind of protective area, more security, protective glass, have him be in the building, because when you look at the video of them scanning the inside of the building, people are watching Charlie speak in the building. So let's continue fair use reaction clip. Feel how you want to feel. Everybody should have a right to be protected against anybody that could do anything. Then there's video of people talking about his security, a guy jumping over a table, a guy handing something to a guy. I did a lot of videos, you guys. I did a lot of shorts. I don't do conspiracy theory, but I bring you guys content. I bring you guys content. There's a lot of videos out there of people that work with different equipment. I have to watch what I say. Different equipment, and this will go down in history on what people are talking about, what they feel that happened that day. But yeah, the guy jumping over the table, handing a guy something, and then I think he walks off. Remember too, people are talking about the cameras. There's cameras that's right behind Charlie. So that's the other thing that people are talking about. Are we going to see those cameras? The other thing is, I think they said that they're not going to do an autopsy on Charlie. Why would you not? I think they're talking about not doing an autopsy on Charlie. So that's putting questions in a lot of people's mind. And I just bring you content. I'm not going one way. I'm not going another way. But everybody, and they said, everybody is due an autopsy. Now, will his family, the mother, the father, I don't know if he has sisters, brothers, will they request a autopsy and a second opinion? Whether it was, and that's the other thing. Nope, I'm not gonna go there. So many people are asking questions, so we're following it. We're following what's being said. We're following what's being talked about. Now, there's a lot of videos I could post, but I take discretion in what I post. There's a lot of videos I could talk about, but I take discretion to respect his wife, RIP to Charlie, and respecting his wife on what's being talked about. I'm not covering everything. I'm just not. I have to do things in a proper way to protect my channel. And there's certain comments, YouTube wouldn't be okay with. But there's a lot of questions on a lot of different things. And I have to be general, but you have to question what, how, who, why. And like I said, there's a young lady that covered what the turning point is now making. And, which there should be donations sent over. And ERIKA says that they have a lot of content that people haven't even heard. So, not doing conspiracy. My page covers a lot. So we'll continue. We'll continue. Yes, continue to hit the like button, you guys. There's about 500 in the building. Please, all 5 subscribe. I bring y'all to TTT. Even if it's in shorts, I bring you a lot of content, even if it's at night. Sometimes I do my shorts at 9, 10, 11, 12. I was up till 3:30 a.m. putting out content last night. So let's continue. Please hit the subscribe button and thank you.
A leader of the organization who they didn't feel completely understood Charlie and 100% dedicated to fulfilling his vision for where this group is going.
Well, and let me just add one more thing, and I want Mikey to check.
Oh, good morning, Anonymous. Hello, everyone. Yes, please hit the like button. What's my next topic? This right here. I'm doing my page. Let's continue.
And here as well. But in the immediate hours afterwards, ERIKA got a call from somebody very important. I'll leave that vague out of privacy, but she got a call from somebody very important. And the question was, what do you know? Sort of asking how much of what's going on behind the scenes and with the relationship, like, what do you know? And her reply back was, everything. I know everything.
It's good. You can tell the bits of the two of them, and showing, like, the clips that you guys have released show, first of all, their immense, intense love story, which has been so uplifting to everybody who's ever felt love or wanted to in their lives. And we pulled this one that you guys ran because it's so touching. It's SOT 17, and it's her when they were engaged, sitting on the set, I think. Let's watch it.
Do not buy this pressurized handheld steamer.
Please hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe. There's about 369 in the building. Please hit subscribe. It's been a very busy morning. I am bringing y'all the TTT. Please hit subscribe. All 369. And thank you. Let's continue fair use reaction clip. Thank you, Paris. Thank you, Anonymous.
I'm not going to be able to focus sitting this close to him.
Hi. You ready?
This is a video of ERIKA Kirk about to do her first podcast with Charlie Kirk. I did do this clip as well. She's blushing to do her first.
I'm not going to be able to focus looking right at you. I'm just going to be staring at you. Hello. Oh, wow.
Ready, Terrell?
Hold on.
We're rolling?
We're not.
All right, you'll be switching. All right, so I'll count it down.
Wait. I'm kind of nervous, you guys.
She's nervous, which is why we must get going. All right, we ready?
No.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of The Charlie Kirk Show.
You're going to have to do it again.
Introduce yourself.
Is that what you're going to say?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of The Charlie Kirk Show.
You're so handsome.
I'm engaged. Would you like to introduce yourself, or should I introduce you? How would you like me to start? All right, we'll try it again. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of The Charlie Kirk Show. Joining me is the most special guest, my fiance, ERIKA. Welcome to The Charlie Kirk Show.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but
You could tell she was extremely nervous. Like the videos you guys come in. Those are some of the shorts I have been posting. Let's continue fair use reaction clip.
I was holding it together just fine up until that. Their love story was something.
Yeah. Charlie knew how good ERIKA was. We know how good ERIKA was. And when she made her address the other night, right next to this chair, I think the whole nation found out how good ERIKA was.
The amount of strength that took.
She's our Khaleesi. She's our retribution.
The
She's
memes, the memes are already flowing.
Yeah, right. Well, there's more on her and what's happening next year. Next, don't go away. Here's one way to clean up your medicine cabinet this season and replace toxin-filled conventional.
Like the video, fair use reaction clip.
Going on Megan Kelly sitting in Charlie's studio with some of his dear friends and staffers. And I don't know, you guys, today has a different feel for me. I've been listening all week with JD, the vice president, with the guys from Daily Wire, who I love, with Glenn. And of course, we've been covering everything about Charlie since last week on my own show. And just being with you all, I feel better. I don't know. Like, today just seems like we're able to laugh a little. Like, it's not that people aren't in grieving, but it's a sign of mental well-being that you can find a way to, like, chuckle here and there. You know, I had my first laugh actually the other day when my friend reminded me of my favorite exchange with Charlie. It was very funny. And it was actually, it arose out of a time when Charlie was in trouble with a laugh for having said something that they thought was terrible, and I knew wasn't terrible, and it was part of his courage in saying something that everybody, they would never say it out loud. It was about how they were so focused on hiring women and black pilots and minority pilots and going from 3% to 50, right? 3% to 50, that we were going to have to worry about who the hell was flying the planes. Because it was like, what do you mean? There's black people only 13% of the population. How are we going to have 50% of them being pilots? Anyway, so Charlie said that, and then everybody said he was a racist, which was bullshit. Oh, sorry, which was bull. It happened. Never mind. Of course I have it. And hold on, let me find it. Here, he came on my show January 2024 and made the following point as only Charlie Sot 22.
DEI invites unwholesome thinking. And I said, and I was saying in the clip, that's not who I am. That's not what I believe. But what it does is it makes us worse versions of ourselves, Megan. That's the whole point of what I was saying, is that I now look at everything through a hyper-racialized diversity quota lens because of their massive insistence to try to hit these ridiculous racial hiring quotas. 3 to 4% of current pilots are blacks right now. 3 to 4%. And now they want to say this is just a hiring class of candidates. Are there enough candidates to fill the 50% quota? And the other question should be asked is, why is it a problem? Let's just ask the premise. Why is it a problem that 81% are white? And I love the Axios guy. Well, white males are dominating the cockpit. Yeah, those pesky safe flights are dominating our society, Megan. all those 25 years of commercial airliners that have kept on, dominating, as if like the white male is like oppressing us with, their beautiful landings through turbulence and storms.
Just because he said that at the end, I think a great little Charlie thing, every time a plane took off, he would say, "Lord bless this flight," right as it began to accelerate. And then when I joined, I would add, "Lord bless this landing," because I find that a pretty important part of it.
That helps. So tell us something about Charlie that we don't know.
Oh, man.
Who's got one of those? Blake, Mikey.
I think
we also have two new guest stars here. I want to celebrate. We have Daisy Phelps, and we have Emma K. Bartles. And Emma K., you did Charlie's social media. And Daisy, you seem like you did everything.
Media director. I just kind of explain it as podcast media, digital media, sponsorship media. Whatever Charlie said.
Did for Charlie, and now we'll continue doing for ERIKA and for Turning Point.
We're all in it.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
So one of the things, Mikey and I agree, we were really happy he got to do, one of the things about Charlie is he was so famous, he had no anonymity anymore in America. And he actually really liked going out on walks. And so we were actually in Asia just the weekend before this happened, and we were in Seoul. And I'd been there a little bit early. I was going to a wedding for a friend of mine. And so when he got in, I was like, Charlie, the best way to understand the city, just kind of walk around and see how it's different. And so, we were there. He got in on Friday, and so I think Saturday morning, he just got up extremely early, 5:30 a.m., and he just started walking around the streets of Seoul. And for once, he got to just wander a city. And he was just, for most of the people there, he was just kind of this foreigner wandering around their city.
He's tall for
so tall.
American standards.
He would draw everyone's gaze. He would draw everyone's gaze, but for once, he could just wander a city as a traveler. And he really liked to do that.
I didn't realize what a big walker he was.
Big walker.
Yeah.
My version of tourism is you stop at a cafe, you eat, you keep walking, you stop, you shop. Charlie's is you just walk. And it was 90 degrees, 90% humidity. We're sweating through our suits, and we're all like, when is he going to stop walking? Finally, he stopped at a coffee shop, and we were like, okay, we're going to get like 10 minutes here. No, 2 minutes, and we're back out in the heat.
But like no vices, right? Like, did he even get the coffee, or did he get the midnight tea?
He got the mint tea. Classic mint tea with 2 honeys.
No alcohol,
Everyone's
no
been getting now. There's so many outside of HQ people leave their mint majesty with 2 honeys.
Did you see that story, Daisy, of they posted it on X?
Yes, be kind in the comments. Let's continue with hot topics, trending topics. I'm going to. Many people talked about this. Jimmy Kimmel's numbers were up the first time he came back, so he may not be happy about that. I do want to do the video. Oh, if you guys did not know, we'll talk about this real quick. If you guys did not know, Selena Gomez did marry Benny. I hope all will be well in the next 5-10 years. If they have a child, I hope he treats her well. If they have a child, sometimes some of these celebrities that are very rich, then there's a child, and I hope she got a prenup. Hope she got a prenup. Wishing her well. I saw video. I didn't realize how long they were together. So she's happy. We're happy for her. So there's a bunch of pictures of them getting married. We're just doing hot topics, trending topics. So congratulations to Selena Gomez. I hope he treats her well, and I hope he's as rich as she is, so there's no issues years from now. We find that some of these celebrity women, they marry someone that's less rich than they are, not as wealthy as they are, and then years later they try and take everything they have. So I'm hoping she loves him, she appreciates him, and I hope she got a really good prenup. It's sad that this is what we see in Hollywood. I don't know these people. Yeah. Happy for her, and I hope he treats her right. Yeah. This is going on. I'm not going to repeat what's happening because there's certain words I can't say. So y'all see that a person's running on a bike, they're running after. There's a lot going on in the world. There was also an issue in regards to y'all could read that. I'm not going to read it. There was also an issue at a church. Prayers go out to all the people that happened in regards to yesterday. So we're just doing a few hot topics, trending topics. So it's just playing music. He's out with golf shoes on. Not gonna play that either. We're just doing some topics, trending topics. President Trump walks out of the U.S. team. Yeah. So there he is walking out. This was kind of scary. There's a bear right there, and luckily a man was able to get in his back seat. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine if his car was locked and that car pulled off? You ain't getting me. Luckily that man was able to get in his back seat. If he would have tried to get in his front, that would have been good. Okay, so I'm going to just show the video. I'm not going to play the clip. This is Kai Cenat. He often has many celebrities come to his stream, and he didn't know that the bed moved. I did see this video of Kai Cenat getting this bed when he got the bed, and it was moving. So he has Kirk Franklin rolling around. Then he tells him it moves, it folds.
It's doing it, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So we're just
also fold too.
doing a few hot topics, trending topics right now.
All right. I'm getting okay. It's gonna okay. What's happening? Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh my jeez. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. That's so fire.
So many people are wondering why Kai Cenat have these older celebrities coming to his show when he has a lot of younger streamers that's watching him. So be careful what you watch. They try and put out their narratives. My goodness. They try and put out their narratives. And recently, let's see. There's certain things I'd be wanting to say, not say. Recently, you can look it up. Kirk Franklin's son spoke out. So I can't confirm or deny everything that Kirk Franklin's son spoke out about. So I'm not certain if that's why he's on Kai Cenat. Be careful of these Hollywood celebrities that go on Kai Cenat. They're trying to distract away from other media that's going on. I see a lot. So, yeah, just like Ray J in the shower situation, Ray J calling him when he was on with Kevin Gates. Ray J is calling out some of these celebrities for not helping within the stream. making sure Kai Cenat reaches a certain number. But yeah, there's a lot going on with Kai Cenat. Many people are saying these celebrities may be utilizing him to help keep them in the algorithm, keep them relevant. So well wishes to Kai Cenat. Yeah, well wishes to Kai Cenat. Many people are saying, Kai, don't let these older people utilize your stream. Why not bring upcoming streamers, talk about what they're doing, the great projects they're working on. Let these older people figure stuff out. Hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. I think that's where I wanted to end. Like the video as you guys come in, hit the subscribe button. I thank everyone for being here. I had to go live. I got to stay within the algorithm. I've been doing my shorts at night to stay within the algorithm. Once you are in the algorithm, you definitely want to stay. So we did hot topics, trending topics. We talked about Trump a little bit, Kai Cenat, Kirk Franklin, ERIKA Kirk, Charlie Kirk, and I've been posting lives. I've been posting shorts to kind of keep you guys updated on what is being talked about. Certain stuff I won't post because I can't confirm or deny stuff. Candace Owen has been speaking up. So whether you feel what Candace is saying, that's a lie. Okay, let's be general. Candace Owens is talking about she doesn't feel that's the person that did it. I'll be general. She's supposed to go live today. Her numbers are numbering for Candace Owen. And many people are saying, okay, Candace. And then people are saying, why is Candace Owens speaking differently than the wife is speaking? So there's that. I hope everyone has hit subscribe. There's about 121 in the building. Please hit subscribe. So yeah, many people are saying, why is Candace speaking the way she's speaking and the wife sounds different? I'm hoping that it's not true, that they will not do an autopsy because they should. Yeah, that's a lot. And that's gonna question. And if you guys did not know, let's go back because I'll go back to that picture. Many people are saying if there's not an autopsy done, why wouldn't there not be an autopsy done? I'm gonna bring that picture back up while I speak about. If there's not an autopsy done, why would they not want an autopsy? The family should want an autopsy. That's just interesting because I will speak to this too. Many people talked about his hands. If you guys did not notice that. People were saying, why is she taking a video of her mourning him? Wives do what they want to do. She shared the video of the next day. And people were like, what's going on with his hands? What's going on with her fingers? Why don't we see makeup on the tissue? Many people are questioning a lot. Who is ERIKA? How does she know Trump? In regards to her in pageants, who's ERIKA's father? Who's ERIKA's mother? They have been doing deep dives. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'll show y'all a little snippet of what's being talked about. But yeah, check out my shorts at night. When I try and do shorts in the morning, they don't do as well, but I've been posting shorts at night. But go look up Charlie Kirk's homework. Go look up Charlie Kirk's interview regards to him going to the Utah campus. I did a short regarding that. I'm surprised it didn't trend more than it did, but he did state that there was an alleged petition. So there's that. So well wishes to his wife, condolences to his friends and family. Has anyone heard anything from his parents? I'm still waiting. I saw something briefly, but where's his family? Where's Charlie Kirk's family? Of course, he's married to ERIKA. They have a solid family foundation. But where's Charlie Kirk's mom, dad? Did anybody do an interview with him? I'm not certain if I saw his mother, father speak at the memorial service. That's interesting. So there's that. People are wondering where's the and why haven't they, or have they spoke up and have they done an interview? And maybe they don't want to. I'll say that too. Maybe his parents don't want to. Maybe they're in shock. And parents handle a loss of a child differently. So there's that. We cover as much as we can. Yeah, we cover as much as we can. And many people were wondering, was his family excluded from speaking up? Many people called out the fireworks, the lights, Many people called out, how people that spoke, and many people are saying different things. I'm just bringing it out to y'all. But yeah, there's that. Okay, everyone. I was gonna go live just for 30 minutes, and I'm actually been live longer than I expected. But I try and bring you guys the content the best way I can. So there's your homework. Look up Charlie Kirk's interview regards to him going to the university. He spoke with either the president of the university or the owner of the college. He did speak with them. What other thing did I say I wanted you guys to look up? Listen to the 911 call. That's out there. I'm not going to play it. And then listen to what they're saying about the possible autopsy or not doing the autopsy. People are questioning that. So there's that. So copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. The other thing I will say, many people say the person that was arrested and the person's picture that they released, many people feel that the pictures are two different people. There's that. I can't confirm or deny if it's two different people. I can't confirm or deny that. But many of us thought certain things. I don't even know if I want to say that. I'm cautious about what I say. But here nor there. There is a gentleman that's in jail. Some are saying he hasn't confessed to anything. Some are questioning the emails, the messages, ChatGPT. People are questioning certain things on ChatGPT. So there's that. That's why I'm covering it, because you guys can make your own decision if there's some concerns and if we're being told the truth. And where's the camera that was behind Charlie? And did they take that camera down? And shouldn't that camera have been taken down by police? That's the other thing. People are saying they shouldn't have been back there. People are saying they kind of contaminated the scene. When you think about it, how are you packing up a camera? You shouldn't have been packing up a camera. The police should have been packing that up. I think I did a video on that too. I did a video on that last night. There's a camera that's behind Charlie. And there's a gentleman that's not in a police uniform taking that camera down. And who's the guy jumping over the table? So there's that. Interesting. Like when you go down to history, we wish we would have saw more on this person, that person, that person. So I bring y'all what I can. Certain stuff I can't cover because I got to protect my page. But it's interesting. People are saying different things. So look it up. Prayers go out to ERIKA, his family, condolences. No wife should lose their spouse. I can't imagine the children, father, he has 2 children and he's no longer here. So it's all concerning. And see, you guys got to realize Charlie Kirk was speaking about different things over the last month or two. And some people are questioning if he should have been speaking about Trump and the files. Let's be general. Should he have been speaking about Trump and the files? And there's other country stuff he was talking about. So he was basically, I feel, giving his opinion. So there's that too. Go look up his video and what he had to say. And then he spoke up. Remember that guy that was at the Coldplay event? He spoke up about that. He spoke up about Taylor Swift getting engaged. He spoke about marriage. So there's a lot of content. Like ERIKA said, he has a lot of content that people haven't even heard yet. So there's that. Like the video. Please hit subscribe. I thank everyone for being here. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. There are people that are saying they're going down the rabbit hole in regards to what happened to Charlie and what occurred. And maybe they had felt that there wasn't going to be an autopsy, and maybe people have changed their mind that people are demanding one, and maybe his family will demand one. And did they show the service? Trigger warning for some, but did they show the service in the regards to the burial? I don't know. Or did they just do the memorial service? So, and maybe that service was private for his friends and family and ERIKA and his children. Maybe that was more of a private service. So that's very interesting too. in regard to the burial service. And maybe they don't want to show where that's at. I don't know. I don't see everything. And I'm not going to act like I do. So, well wishes. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be blessed. Have a great day. I will try and go live as much as I can, even if it's for a short time. My shorts are doing well. I'm going to just say that. There's so much I want to say, Paris. I want to talk in code. I want to talk in code, but I can't. Hey, but all is well, though. Yeah. Shorts are doing well. So there's that. So that's why I've been focusing on doing shorts, because they're doing well. So thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate you all. Thanks for being back, Paris. I'm glad and happy to see you and Anonymous in the chat. We missed you, and I hope you enjoyed your break. But we will continue. At first, I was like, what do I want to talk about? So then I was like, okay, I'll talk about this. I'll talk about that. So sometimes it's like I want to make sure I give you guys some decent information and content. Then I sometimes give you homework of what to look up, because certain things I can't post on my show and I can't say here on YouTube. So look up whether there'll be an autopsy. Hear the 911 call. His friend had spoke up. What we did talk about that. What happened when they transported him in the vehicle. His friend did do an interview of whether they passed the ambulance or not. I'm surprised that's not trending and going viral, but I'm surprised that people are not talking about Charlie Kirk did a podcast about the university and that there was a petition that people didn't want him there. I'm surprised people aren't talking about that, but I did, and I did a short on it. So there's that. So prayers go out. No one should have to lose their livelihood. We don't want people taking people out. The church thing, I'm trying to remember if I did a video. I think I did a quick video about what happened at the church in Grand Blanc. So concerning prayers that were in the church yesterday. A friend of mine talked to me about that, and it's like, I haven't even been on anything. I don't know everything that's going on. So I cover what I can cover. I'm not perfect, and I don't try to be perfect. I just try and bring you guys the content the best way I can. So prayers go out to ERIKA, the children, and his family, and condolences. Thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah, very concerning. Yeah, very concerning. Once the friend said something, I did look it up, but when you go into churches, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine you're there for worship and that situation happened? So I don't know if I have to cover some of that tomorrow. I think I did a short regarding it, but thanks everyone for being here. I just wanted to go live for a quick little while, and thanks for being here. Yeah, so much going on. So stay prayed up, watch your surroundings, be alert, and just love on your loved ones. Because man, oh man, there's a lot going on in the world. Thanks for being here, everyone. There's about 173 in the building. If 173 people subscribe, today would be an amazing day. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. I need that. I need that. Yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. Goodbye. Have a blessed day.